Okay, Lakan, for your Araling Panlipunan exam, you read Juan Luna, On the Shores of the Great Sea, and Napoleon. You finished Napoleon. Wow. Wow. How did you find it?
Nice.
Nice.
It was a nice story
Why? How do you find it? Why do you find it nice?
because I like the telling of the wars
Mm-hmm.
and also I like Napoleon as the leader. But if I was the other countries, I would hate him
Why?
because in the story, I'm gonna tell you in the story why I would hate him if I would be the other people.
Okay, what about we start with Napoleon? Tell me his family background first.
So and then in the deep in the ocean, um, the there's a country called Corsica, and the Corsicans were ruled by Genoa, a country. They didn't really like that. So then they were going more miserable and more miserable. So then they fought with so much anger. They fought so well that they almost drove the Genoas out. But the Genoas sent to France to help them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were almost beaten. But then Genoa sold the country to France. The Corsicans were they were not really happy with that. So then they started fighting again. But there was this man named Charles Bonaparte. He he had a wife, I forgot her name,
Letitia
Letitia Bonaparte.
or Letitia.
Yeah. The wife was very brave. So and then she was often in danger from the flying bullets, and she also went to war with her husband, but she feared nothing but only the safety of her husband and the freedom of her country. But at last the Corsicans were forced to yield. Then they yielded. Then they were so angry.
Okay.
One blazing day, a son named Napoleon was born. I forgot what day. So then Napoleon had brothers and sisters, several brothers and sisters, like lots of them. Um, One day, his mom and dad gave him a big empty room, and for the children to play in. They could do anything that they wanted. There was nothing in it but the children's toys. They drew and scribbled on the walls. Napoleon always drew soldiers marching to battle. And he played with nothing but a drum and a wooden sword. Sometimes he would get up battles among the neighborhood too with the other boys. He bit, slapped, scratched anyone big or small. He was mostly quarreling and noisy. Napoleon was always general. There'd be surprises, assaults, ambushes from there at that attack. He bullied some people too, and he also bullied his brothers and sisters, especially Joseph, who was older than he. So and then, one day, Actually every day, Napoleon was given a piece of white bread um, to him. So then every day he would go to school. I think he would exchange it from a soldier and for a piece of brown. His mother was not really she was not very pleased at that. One day she asked him, "Why do you give a piece of good white bread for a piece of brown?"
Mm-hmm.
Then Napoleon said, "Because if I want to be a soldier, I must be getting used to eating soldier's bread. And besides, I like it." So and then after that, um, um, he went to. So his father and mother decided to make Napoleon be a soldier and for Joseph to be a
Who's
priest.
Joseph?
Napoleon's brother.
Wait a minute. I think we have to skip this part because this was the first part na. But very good retelling. It's very, very detailed. Yeah. Tell me about when he was in Egypt.
Oh, when he was in Egypt, they were when they were there, they were marching for so long. The men were they were losing faith it was the first time they were losing faith in their leader. And some men dropped on the sand and died there because of hunger and thirst. It was so hot they threw their belts and clothes everywhere. Like, it's so hot. But Napoleon, he was just riding on his horse or walking normally. He didn't throw his belt things everywhere. He just stayed there. Like that. And then and also the blood of the men stained on the scorching um, sand of the desert.
Yeah. Okay.
So and then when they were there was these Egyptians called the Turks. They started fighting. Then they're like shooting, and that was a battle that they won so victoriously. Like Josh. Napoleon was so good. He killed all of them. Some even threw themselves into the Nile. They were like, run! They were like so scared. So they jumped into the Nile River.
Mm-hmm.
And also, only about the Egyptians or the other ones too.
The other ones.
Also, there was this country, the Austrians,
Mm-hmm.
that they fought. But the Austrians was one of the hardest ones.
Why?
Because they were good at fighting too.
God bless you.
So and then after that one, they finally beat them, but they were so tired. Then there was this plague that the men were tired, and some of them also died.
Mm.
Yeah. But there was another journey
Okay.
that
good.
they had to defeat the people from the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they were called. So and then after they had to go up and they had to bring their stuff and cannons up, but it was so hard for them to do that
Yes.
because it was so hard
Yes.
to get up. And probably they just put one cannon on a tree so
Mhm.
they could stop carrying so much stuff. And then when they were there, the people from the mountain, it was like called the uh, I forgot what their name
Okay.
was. So and then they were like so surprised, and then they started attacking. And then, but Napoleon, he started firing too, and so many of them died. So many of the people from the mountains died.
Right.
And then he finally conquered them.
Wow.
And also, there is a so and then after that, there was even more wars. I forgot them because I had to read the whole entire book and memorize them. There were so many wars. I forgot.
Alright, it's okay. Do you remember Napoleon's last battle? Okay, tell me about it.
But I need to do the second last chapters.
Okay, okay.
So the second last chapter,
What was it about?
he had to fight against Russia,
Okay.
which was super hard. And then he gathered all the countries that he has conquered. Then he's gonna be like, come on, we're gonna go attack Russia, okay? And they're like, okay, fine. And then when they were getting ready, when they were charging, I think some of them were attacking each other. And then they tried, but they didn't win. But so and then Napoleon's like, come on, we gotta train more. But they were so angry. At last, they were like, ah! They all teamed up on Napoleon. They joined Russia's side and went all on Napoleon.
Against him?
And then Napoleon was gathering such a small army. He had such a tiny army. And then his general was like, please don't go, you're gonna die. And he's like, I have to go. So then the general and his other soldiers joined with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they fought, they lost. And Napoleon's last words was army, French, and then army, and then Josephine.
Ooh.
Josephine, before, I forgot that part, there was this, Napoleon called it the terrible passage because he went on the bridge and a terrible fire met him. Lots died. And then there was this boy that came to beg for his father's sword because he died.
Mm-hmm.
And Napoleon was sorry for the boy, so he ordered to get the father's sword at once. Napoleon kissed it, carried it happily away. He was like, so then the next day, the mother of the boy came to thank Napoleon of giving the sword to him.
Mm-hmm.
That lady was beautiful, and she loved Napoleon, and Napoleon loved her too. In a short time, they got married.
Okay. So that's Josephine. Is Josephine the only wife of Napoleon?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Alright.
I missed some parts, but you told me not
It's
to say
okay.
it.
Yes, it's alright, it's alright. Okay. Okay, what about on the shores of the Great Sea? Okay.
Okay.
Tell me about the story of Jason and the Argonauts.
Okay, so and then there's this tribe called the Argonauts, and a man named Jason was also there. they had to find the golden fleece, which was like the fur of the sheep was golden. So and then they had to find it. So and then they had to go find it. So they built a ship to go there. They built it so well, and the leader and the person who built the ship was called Argus.
Yes.
And they named the boat after Argus, and the paddles were actually called oars.
Yes.
After that, and then they tried moving it, but it was so heavy it buried deep on the ground and on the sand. They couldn't push it. And the boat's name was called Argo.
Yes.
It was named after the leader Argus. So and then they couldn't move it. And then there was this guy, I forgot his name. He was playing I forgot the instrument.
Yes.
And then suddenly the boat moved. Argo moved into the sea like she was wanting to go in it. So and then they all went on the ship. So and then when they went on the ship, they went like this. So this is Russia, and then this is Europe, and then they went here, and then they went here. Then there was this. They took a tiny passage through Turkey, and they were also in the Black Sea before. The Black Sea, and it was so horrible, and some men died. And was threw overboard, but some made it. And then when they were there, they carried along. Then they found the golden fleece, but they had to return it back because they traveled so long. And when they went back to the ship, they went to the home. And after that, lots of men died, and only few were little left. And then people, there was new houses and new people. They were like, "Who are you?" Like, some people was like, I'm that. Don't you remember me?" Like, no. And it was sad because some people are waiting for their father, and some died, and he never returned. And then Jason's father, who was already so old now, said, "Father, it's me, Jason." And then the father said, my son is dead already. He's gone now. He drowned." Then he's like, "But it's me, Father. Give me the kingdom now." And that's it.
Okay, thank you. The last book. You haven't finished it, I know, but tell me as much as you know about Juan Luna.
So and then, for the start of the book, it said that he also killed his wife in fit of jealousy.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't know how. Yeah, so and then, Han Luna and his brother Antonio Luna, they were brothers. So and then, Juan Luna was a very nice artist. He drew a picture of dead gladiators getting dragged, and the and the relatives really sad. And then he also drew that. So and then um he went he won second in the Spaniards competition drawing.
Mm-hmm.
He brought fame to the Philippines. He also got like some money and gave it to the Philippines, like 2000s and that. Yeah. Um so and then um he met a woman named Paz in France. She loved him and he loved him. And that's all I know.
So, what do you know about Juan Luna? What did he do? What was his talent?
Painting. He's really good at painting.
Right. And do you know any title of his work? Can you name one?
I forgot that dragging the dead gladiators.
Yeah.
I remember I saw it, but I forgot what it was.
You know what? It's here in the Philippines, and we can look at it at the National Museum of Art.
Wait, he drew it
Painted. He painted it, and he won.
first or second?
Yes, first.
Oh, I thought it was second.
Well, first, I think he won first, but he did not get the honor prize, something like that. There's a special award, but he also got first. But there's an award on top of that first. They didn't want to give it to a brown man.
So bad.
Did he have friends while he was in Europe?
I think it was Joseph Corozal.
Yes.
He was there too.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of his friends.
All right. Thank you.